Have you ever wondered how far the human spirit can go in the face of adversity? Today, we invite you on a remarkable journey, a tale of resilience and sheer willpower, the story of Paul Alexander. In the early 50s, at the tender age of 6, Paul's life took an unexpected turn. He contracted polio, a disease that would change the course of his life forever. Paralyzed from the neck down, he found himself confined to an iron lung. This iron lung, a large cylindrical chamber, became his constant companion, a machine that breathed for him when his body couldn't. Yet, within this seemingly constricting shell, a relentless spirit thrived. Paul Alexander was not just a survivor, he was a man who chose to live life on his terms, despite the circumstances. He didn't let his physical limitations define him. Instead, he used them as stepping stones, fueling his desire to lead a life that was anything but ordinary. Harnessing the power of positivity, he turned the iron lung from a symbol of confinement into an emblem of his indefatigable spirit. His life was not a story of limitations, but rather a testament to the boundless potential of the human spirit. Millions around the world were drawn to his unwavering positivity, his infectious laughter, and his radiant outlook on life even in the face of adversity. Paul Alexander was not just a man living in an iron lung, he was a beacon of hope, a shining example of resilience and an inspiration to all. His life was a testament to the power of the human spirit, to the resilience of the human heart, and to the enduring belief that no obstacle is too great to overcome. He was a man who chose to live, not just exist. He was a man who chose to inspire, not just survive. As we delve into his life, let's explore how Paul Alexander turned adversity into triumph. Through his story, we'll see that the human spirit truly is unstoppable, that within each of us lies a potential that is limitless, and that with grit and determination, we can indeed conquer the insurmountable. At a young age, Alexander took on a challenge that would define his life. The iron lung was his constant companion, a machine that breathed for him, encasing his body in a cylinder, its rhythmic pulsations forcing air in and out of his lungs. Yet Alexander was not one to be confined, not even by his own breath. Imagine, if you will, the sheer willpower it took to train himself to breathe outside of this mechanical lung. It was a feat that required immense mental strength and physical endurance, a task that most would deem impossible. But Alexander was not most people. Day by day, breath by breath, he began to push the boundaries of what was possible. His goal was simple, yet incredibly daunting: to breathe on his own, if only for a few moments. It was a task that would take years to accomplish, but Alexander was not deterred. The first milestone was 3 minutes. 3 minutes of independent breath, 3 minutes of freedom from the iron lung. It was a challenge set forth by his nurse, a promise made to a young boy with an iron will. If you can breathe on your own for 3 minutes, you'll get a puppy. The promise of a puppy was enticing, but it was more than that. It was a beacon of hope, a tangible reward for his efforts. And so, Alexander began his journey, each breath a step closer to his goal. It took him years, but eventually he did it. He breathed on his own for 3 minutes, and then 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Slowly but surely, he was gaining strength, proving to himself and to the world that he was not defined by his circumstances. And indeed, Alexander got his puppy, a testament to his perseverance and willpower. It was a small victory in the grand scheme of things, but for Alexander, it was a monumental achievement. With every breath, Alexander proved that no challenge was too great for his fighting spirit. Against all odds, Alexander didn't just survive, he thrived. His journey through education is a testament to the power of determination and resilience. Paralyzed from the neck down and confined to an iron lung, he refused to let his physical constraints dictate his intellectual pursuits. Alexander chose to challenge his circumstances head-on, enrolling at the University of Texas. Despite the monumental obstacles he faced, he not only attended university but excelled, earning a bachelor's degree in economics in 1978. His thirst for knowledge was insatiable, and he didn't stop there. He went on to pursue law, earning his degree in 1984. His academic achievements, remarkable as they were, only marked the beginning of his professional journey. Alexander chose to enter the field of law, a profession demanding both intellectual rigor and emotional resilience. He was not deterred by the fact that his work required him to spend up to 6 hours outside his iron lung. His days were meticulously timed, balancing his health needs with his professional commitments. Each day, he would be driven to the courthouse, transition to his wheelchair, and then take on his court proceedings with unyielding resolve. He could spend about 4 to 6 hours outside of an iron lung and would be in an iron lung when he was at his office or home. His career in law was not just about personal achievement, it was a testament to his indomitable spirit, his refusal to be defined by his physical limitations, and his unwavering commitment to live life on his own terms. His thirst for knowledge and career success remained unquenched, despite the physical barriers he faced. His story, a testament to the power of the human spirit, continues to inspire us all. How do you maintain a positive outlook when life throws its worst at you? This was a question Paul Alexander seemed to have mastered the answer to. Despite his physical limitations, his spirit was untamed, brimming with positivity and a zest for life. Mr. Alexander didn't just exist, he thrived, and his resilience was nothing short of inspiring. He used social media to connect with the world, sharing his life journey and spreading a message of hope and positivity. His TikTok account, where he posted conversations with Paul, garnered millions of views. His head resting on a pillow with the hum of the iron lung in the background, he would share words of wisdom, making his circumstances a backdrop, not the main event. His positivity wasn't just an attitude, it was his way of life. He once said, "Being positive is a way of life for me." He didn't merely say these words, he lived them every single day. His life was a testament to the power of a positive outlook, a beacon of hope for those facing their own battles. His friend, Daniel Spinks, witnessed this firsthand. He said, "Being around Paul was an enlightenment in so many ways." Alexander's positivity was infectious. It had a profound effect on those around him. Another friend, Gary Cox, recalled Alexander's constant smile. "He was always happy," Cox said. "This was a man who lived in an iron lung, yet his spirit was free, his heart full of joy." Paul Alexander was not defined by his physical limitations. He was defined by his unyielding spirit, his unwavering positivity, and his ability to inspire. He faced life's toughest challenges and chose to respond with hope, resilience, and a smile. His story serves as a powerful reminder that our attitude towards life, more than our circumstances, determines our happiness. It teaches us that positivity is not just an attitude, it's a way of life. In the face of adversity, Alexander chose positivity. Behind every great man, there's a great support system. Paul Alexander was a shining example of this truth. Even as he lived his life encased within an iron lung, he was never alone. Friends played a significant role in his journey, providing not just practical aid, but emotional strength and companionship too. Daniel Spinks, a longtime friend, was one such pillar of support. He helped maintain and repair Alexander's iron lungs, rushing over during emergencies when the machine malfunctioned. These incidents were close calls, but Spinks was always ready, always there. His dedication and friendship were the lifelines that helped Alexander navigate the choppy waters of everyday life. Gary Cox, another steadfast companion since their college days, was a constant source of positivity and camaraderie. He remembered Alexander as always smiling, always friendly, a man who, despite his circumstances, was always happy. In fact, Cox and his brother once drove to Chicago to retrieve an iron lung they found on eBay, refurbishing it and bringing it back to Dallas for Alexander. That's the kind of friendship that goes beyond ordinary boundaries, the kind that's forged in the crucible of shared experiences and mutual respect. But it wasn't just about the tangible help. Alexander's friends admired his resilience and his unfaltering positive outlook. They cherished the enlightenment they gained from being around him. Every interaction with Alexander was a lesson in positivity, a testament to the power of the human spirit. His friends were not just his support system, but his biggest fans, his cheerleaders, his family. And so, it was through the strength of his friendships that Alexander was able to live his life to the fullest, accomplishing incredible feats and inspiring countless people across the globe. His friends were his allies in his fight against life's adversities, his partners in his triumphs, and his comfort in his struggles. Alexander's life was a testament to the power of friendship and the strength of the human spirit. Every life leaves a legacy, but few are as inspiring as Paul Alexander's. A man who defied the odds and lived an extraordinary life, Paul left a mark on this world that's nothing short of remarkable. His story of resilience was captured in his book titled 3 Minutes for a Dog, My Life in an Iron Lung. The title, a poignant nod to a promise made to him as a young boy, encapsulates his journey of teaching himself to breathe on his own for 3 minutes. It took him years, but he accomplished it. And yes, he did get that puppy. In his book, Paul didn't just share his life story, but he also imparted a world of wisdom and positivity. His words, just like his life, were a testament to the power of the human spirit. He chose to live with joy, despite the challenges that life threw his way, and encouraged others to do the same. Sadly, Paul Alexander passed away recently at the age of 78. But his spirit, his story, and his legacy live on. His book continues to inspire thousands across the globe, painting a vivid picture of his life in an iron lung and his relentless pursuit of happiness and success. His TikTok account, with its millions of views, is a testament to his wide-reaching influence. Through his Conversations with Paul posts, he reached out to the world, spreading positivity and inspiring others with his indomitable spirit. His friend, Daniel Spinks, said it best when he stated that being around Paul was an enlightenment in so many ways. His words echo the sentiments of many who were touched by Paul's life and his incredible journey. Paul Alexander's story is a beacon of resilience, courage, and positivity, forever reminding us of the power of the human spirit. His legacy is a testament to a life well lived, a life that was bigger than the constraints of an iron lung, a life that inspired and will continue to inspire generations to come. What can we learn from a life lived with such resilience? As we draw this journey to a close, the life of Paul Alexander stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of human resilience and positivity. In reflecting on his life, there is a clear message that resonates. It's not the circumstances we're dealt with, but how we respond to them that shapes our destiny. Paralyzed from the neck down at the tender age of 6, Paul could have easily surrendered to his situation, but he didn't. He chose to thrive. Paul Alexander taught himself to breathe independently for parts of the day, a feat that took years of perseverance, but he didn't stop there. He pursued his education, earned a law degree, and became a source of inspiration to millions around the globe. His achievements are a beacon of hope, reminding us that our potential is not defined by our physical limitations, but by our determination and spirit. Paul's remarkable life also underscores the power of positivity. His infectious optimism was not a byproduct of his circumstances, but a conscious choice. It was his weapon against despair and his shield against negativity. In the confines of his iron lung, he found a way to breathe life into the world, one smile, one conversation, one TikTok post at a time. His positivity was his legacy, his gift to the world. Beyond his accomplishments and his unwavering optimism, Paul's story is a testament to the power of friendship. His friends were there through the ups and downs, the triumphs and trials. They drove him to court proceedings, assisted him with his iron lung, and even sourced a new one when the old one broke down. They were his support system, his companions on this extraordinary journey. Their friendship with Paul was a testament to the transformative power of human connection. Paul Alexander's life is a masterclass in resilience. His story teaches us that obstacles are not dead ends, but detours on the road to success. His life is a testament to the power of the human spirit, the strength of positivity, and the transformative potential of friendship. As we reflect upon his life, we are reminded that we are all capable of extraordinary things, regardless of the challenges we face. We can choose to let our circumstances define us, or we can choose to define our circumstances. We can succumb to adversity, or we can rise above it. In the end, Paul Alexander's life is not just a story about a man in an iron lung. It's a story about the human spirit. It's a story about us. It's a story about what we can achieve when we refuse to be defined by our limitations, when we choose positivity over despair, and when we surround ourselves with people who believe in us. In the face of adversity, remember Paul Alexander and know that the human spirit is truly unstoppable.